Hello everyone, it's George here from Table Plan. Hello everyone, it's George here from Table Plan. I'm just here to give you a very quick and brief run through of our Table Planner app. This is an online app that you can use on your desktop, on your mobile, on anything that you want, and it just makes that table planning sort of drain so much easier, so much smoother. No Excels needed. You just add your guests, add your tables, drag and drop them from one table to another, from switching tables around, all that sort of stuff. In terms of table planners, this is as good as it gets. When you're all done with it, you can either share a link with your guests or with a designer or wedding planner. They can then print out the final design. You want that to be in the hands of professionals, so we don't even sort of try and do that for you guys. We know that ultimately you've got your own style, you've got your own designers, you want your sort of day to be as special as possible, so we'll leave that to the professionals and we'll just take care of the organization. So in terms of table planner softwares, this is the one to use, to be honest with you. It's just super easy to use, no kind of excessive features and things like that. It's just super simple, plain, clear to understand. And yeah, let me walk you through our table planner. So first thing to do is you come onto our website, tableplan.io. If you can just click on free demo, you'll land on this page and you just want to click start the demo. That will take you down to this feature right here. So super easy. All you need to do here is put in your event name. So we'll call this wedding. Don't worry, you can edit this at any time. So you can just do that, for example, click this button to edit it. That's all good. So you've got your event set up and then we'll add a table. Now, we've got our first table here. Before I add a guest, just to highlight that you can edit the table name. So let's say that you have a wedding where you're doing a location, theme, table, organization. You could call this Brazil, for example. And there you go, you've edited your table name. You can clear this out. And now you're back to the sort of default table name. Let's add a guest here. So the first guest will be myself, George, and then we'll add another table. Now we have two tables. Now this is basically the killer feature here. So you just drag George across and now George is on this table. You can drag this table and now we switch the tables. So the way I'm doing that is that you just drag, you click and hold and then you drag. Right, so it's just a very simple click, hold and drag and you get this sort of arrangement here. So let's say we've got Lucy as well. We go here and then let's say we've got some guests. We've got Simon, we've got Joe, we've got Gemma. Okay, and we can add another table. So you can see here we're just dragging our tables across, super easy, just like that. And super simple. What you'll notice here is that we've got table 1, we've got table 2 and table 3. Now obviously this table should really be table 1. So what happens is that when I drag this over here to table 1, this will automatically update table 1. This will now be table 2 and this will now be table 3. So it's super intuitive like that. You don't really need to worry about this sort of fancy stuff. Even if you sort of come in here and call this Brazil, you've still got table 3 here. If you drag table 3, it becomes table 2. This stays as Brazil. And then if you add another table and put it down here, you've now got this as table 4. So it does take into account these small kind of things, you see. So you've got Brazil here, then table 2, then table 3, then table 4. It's just super intuitive like that. If you just click clear, this will bring it back to table 1. If I drag this table 4 up to table 1, obviously now table 4 will become table 1. Table 1 will be 2, 2 will be 3, 3 will be 4. So if I release this, you'll see here, this is now table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4. I can drag guests over here, or if I want to just make it super simple, I can just drag this entire table across. And you've got here, you know, the starting basics of a really good table plan that your planner, designer, or even guests will be super impressed with. And yeah, this is essentially the core of the software. This is sort of where it all revolves around, is this sort of drag and drop table planner experience. Let's talk guest limits. So you've got this guest limit button up here. Now, if you click this guest limit, and let's say we put a guest limit of 10, what that will do is it will set a per table guest limit. Now, you can override these per table. Obviously, there are going to be some events where you have, the default is 10 guests per table, but maybe then you'll have 1 or 2 tables with 11 or with 12. We don't sort of restrict that ability. So even if we set this to 2 guests, for example, you'll see here, if I drag Simon over to this table, we've got 2 out of 2 guests in here, so that's gone green. This one is overflown, so this one is 3 out of 2, so we're over by 1 here. But obviously we don't restrict that nature, we just draw it to your attention. You can continue to add guests in here, that's absolutely fine. Or if this truly is a 3-person table, you can just click here and override that to 3. And now you have 1 table with 3 guests, and every other table is a 2-guest table. So really, really easy to use. Really intuitive. We've sort of thought of all of the sort of things which make table planning just so stressful. You've got all this sort of Excel back and forth, all of this sort of V1 Excel, save Excel as V1, save it as V2, save it as final V1, final V2, final. This sort of chaos, spreadsheet chaos we call it. You can just do away with all of that. And just simplify things. Another real sort of amazing feature here is that the manage notes feature. Just before I do that, just to cover as well that you can edit the names. So if you've spelled something wrong, here we've got 2 E's, you can just go in there and edit the name. Super easy. If you need to delete a guest, I'm not going to delete myself. I'll delete, let's say we delete Gemma. You can just delete, boom, done. We'll add Gemma back in. Okay, so that's sort of the edit and delete features. We also have the manage notes here. This is really useful for managing, for example, dietary requirements or certain things which are exclusive to your event. So for example, let's say George is a vegan. You can just click add there and done, and then there you go, you have George as a vegan sort of saved into the system as well. So this is really, really advanced stuff for table planning, but it's just done in a very subtle and easy way to manage and to understand. There are some features here that we're not covering in the free demo. So you have the import guests feature, which is really easy. You just sort of copy and paste your guests into our sort of box. So this is super easy just to get hundreds of guests imported straight away. You can export your guests, but really the shared link here is what is sort of crucial for keeping everyone on the same track when it comes to your table planning requirements. So I'll give you sort of a quick summary of how that works. When you log into the software, you can just click that share button and it will pop up this sort of box here with a share event link. Now that share event link has this hashed sort of link that no one can guess. So it's really easy to just share it with your event planner, share it with your designer, and they will get a read-only version of the table plan, which will allow them to do everything that they need. So let's say that you make changes, that's automatically saved for you. So you don't need to click save or anything, that's just automatically saved. Whenever your wedding planner or designer loads that link, it will have all of the up-to-date changes ready to go for them. So, you can continue to make changes and then just let your planner know that changes have been made. And then boom, there is none of this sort of version 1, version 2 chaos. It's all taken care of. So everyone's on the same page with this share event link system. So that's really, really cool for sharing with your guests or with, like I said, with your wedding planner or designer, so that they can print out a final sort of beautiful board for everyone to be able to enjoy at your event. So that's just a very quick summary of the feature set that we have here. Just really the drag and dropping is the main sort of thing that I wanted to show you guys. In terms of online table planner apps or table planner softwares, you can't go wrong with this. It's absolutely unbelievable. It will take care of all of the sort of nonsense that you have to sort of deal with, all of the stress you've got to deal with lots of guests and lots of tables. Really give this a go. It's just tableplan.io. It's really easy to use, really intuitive, and I'd highly recommend it. Tableplan.io for your drag and drop table planner. My name is George. If you guys need anything, you can reach out to us. Our support email is right here at the bottom of the website, support@tableplan.io. So just feel free to reach out if you need anything. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful for all your table planner applications. Give this one a go, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.